Hi, welcome to Wood Chip Woodworking. Today we're going to make a Punisher flag. So this would be something new for me. I've never done one of these before, so it's going to be a kind of an interesting adventure, as they would say. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Thank everybody for subscribing. I ask that you share these videos to other people. Maybe we can get other people interested in woodworking, whether it be turning, whether it be scroll saw work, cabinetry, whatever, to keep woodworking to develop and younger kids get involved in this. So please share my videos, subscribe to the channel, like the channel. That helps the algorithm and helps my channel grow. This is video number 17, I believe. So today we're going to do what we got as a Punisher flag. So what I did was I went online and I found a picture like this, printed it off, and I used spray adhesive, and I got a piece of plastic and I just sprayed the pattern, sprayed the plastic, and then stuck two together, and I cut it out on a scroll saw. So now I've got a pattern for me for when I do this. So we're going to do this. So first step is going to be to trace this onto my board. So hang tight and I'll adjust it. So here's my pattern. I'm going to put it on this piece of plywood here. And it's just a scrap piece of plywood here. So I just basically trace out my pattern like so. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cut it out. And it'll be easy to cut out. But I'm just going to trace out my pattern. And these are just going to be something fun to do. I've got a craft show next weekend, so I'm kind of gearing up for that. I mean, my first craft show of the season. It's in Tip City, Ohio. So if you're out in that area, look up Tip City Art Festival. It's in the Tip City, I believe it's their convention center, if I'm not mistaken. It's just right in about downtown, so it ought to be a fun show. It's an indoor show, so you don't have to worry about that. And I've done this in the past, and there's been pretty good attendance. So I got my drawing made out, and next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill holes for the eyes. So I take my drill, and I just drill holes in so I can get my bit through. And okay, so I got my holes drilled for my scroll saw blade to go through, and I'll get you set up for that, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're sitting in our scroll saw here. Basically, this is, I think I explained this before, this is a Dremel. So I'm just taking my plug and I got my holes drilled in there. I want to cut them out first. So I just stick my board in, push it up through the hole. And don't be afraid of this because you will break a bit or two or a blade or two, but that's normal. If you, it's not whether if you're going to break a blade, it's when you're going to break a blade. So the biggest thing is just keep the blade tight and don't force the saw. So it's just like that. I'm just cutting out the nose part of this here. I'll have these at my craft show, so that it'll be fun to see if they sell, see if people like them, don't like them. When I'm done here, I would like to see some comments on what people think. Do you like the idea? Do you think it's fun? Do you think it was stupid? You know, I'm open to all kinds of comments. It don't matter to me. So the reason I use a scroll saw on these is because I can drill a hole and come in to do the inside cuts like that. When I do the outside, I'll use my bandsaw because it's so much easier to use. It's a lot faster too as well. It's a lot faster as well. So we'll get that, show you that here in a few minutes because I got 2 more to cut out. And this is a real thin blade, I believe. This is it's a number 5 scroll saw blade, 0.016 thickness. It's 0.038, and it's 12 teeth per inch, which means for every inch there's 12 teeth on here, which gives it a fine cut. So they make all kinds of blades out there. You know, if I was going to cut the outside out, I'd go to a thicker blade and use that. But I'll use my bandsaw here. I'll show you that in a second. And it'll be real easy to do. Like I said, these are going to be kind of interesting to do. I've never done them before, so just trying to stay right on my line. Scroll saw work, you can do a lot of things with a scroll saw. And it's kind of fun to do. You know, there's different scroll saws out there. You know, so it's an interesting, this ought to be fun though. Like I said, this is just a piece of plywood that I'll end up painting it, so it won't matter too much. I'm not looking for anything fancy grain or anything like that, but I suppose you could do it that way if you like. I'm just going to do this. Like I said, this is a Dremel, so it's a nice little saw. I like it. So there's my 2 pieces I got cut out. I'll cut over to the bandsaw and we'll cut the outside shape up. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're at our bandsaw. We're going to cut these out real quick and see what we get. So start right here and just nice and easy. Just making a pass so I can turn my blade. I got like a 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch blade in here. I'm just going to make it easier to cut. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll cut the general shape out. I can't turn as sharp as I can with the scroll saw, so I have to be a little bit more patient with the bandsaw. I'll come back and catch up on some of the spots where I wasn't able to turn around in. Got the basic shape cut out. So I'm going to touch these little spots up. take your time. The bandsaw you can't turn as easy as a scroll saw. Gotta be careful. Alright. Let's cut the ends of them off. Normally I'd probably run my dust collector, but being how I can't hear myself when I'm running it. Okay, I'll do this little bit here and then we're done. With this part anyway. Alright, so as you can see I got it cut out. The next step will be do a little bit of sanding on it, and then we're going to take it and we're going to get it burnt. So hang loose and we'll do that. Alright, well, welcome back. I got it all cut out, as I said. Now we're going to take and basically torch the outside and give it a texture there. So let's get started on that. So I just got a regular butane torch. Very simple torch. I use it for soldering water lines and stuff. So I got a fire. So basically I'm going to take this. What I want to do, hopefully you can see this, I'm just going to basically torch the outside first, outside edge. I want to get a real nice char on that. So and keep your fingers away from the flame because it is hot. And then once I get it in there, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of feather the outside in like so. And then right where the eyes are, I'm going to torch that inside piece and torch out. Like that. And now I'm going to switch hands. It's a little warm, it's not bad. And I'm just going to torch the bottom part of it. And making sure to keep my fingers away from the flame. And this is plywood, so it's not going to really, it'll burn really easily, I guess I should say. And I'm just going to torch this one direction, and then torch it the other direction. And there it is. So then we'll go back down and we'll mark it out and we'll get her painted. All right, we're done our burning. So now we're going to lay out our stencil for our stars. And want to get an idea where that's at. So I'm going to just lay this out like so. Okay, so this is just a stencil that I picked up off Amazon. Then I laid a mark out where I'm going to put that. So then I want to take and put paint or tape on it to mark out my stripes. The easiest thing that I found was on my sliding rule square. I've got an old one here that's got a groove in the middle. So I just take my tape, lay it right on the edge of that, like so. And I take a knife and I just take my knife and score that. And I got two pieces that are exactly the size I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it right along that edge of that where the blue is going to go. Push it down. And then fold it over the edge. Pull it over the edge down here. And that will be my white stripe. Because if you look at this, I just laid it out, put a stripe right down through there like that. And I'll do the same thing right beside it. This will be where the red will go. So I'm going to put it right there. And to do that, I'm just going to put a mark on it, about where that's got to go. There. And there. And I'll take this tape and move it over to there, to there. And that will be a white stripe. So I'll do that again on this side here. So put a mark right there. Move this over to there. That will be my next one. And I just keep doing that until I get it laid out to where I got my red stripes laid out. Like I said, this works real well as far as getting the tape the same width. So your stripes pretty well look uniform. And then I just fold this over the edge. Like so, like that, and last one, that's going to be all there. So then I come over here, do the same thing there. And I just lay that in there like so. That one right there. Put you up there. And we'll just cut that right there. Okay, so now that's what I've got so far. So now I just need to tape off where the blue will go. And I just take my whiter tape, put that on there, and just go ahead and tape off everything that I don't want red. And there we be. We'll put a couple pieces of tape down below here. Like I said, this is just an old square I have. It just happens to fit perfectly on that. And So there we have it right there. So I'm going to paint everything there that's going to be red. So let's get our paintbrush out, shake up our thing here, and we'll get started painting red. This is just Minwax stain dyed red, crimson red, I believe. So I just take my paintbrush, and as you can see, I just dab it on there, paint that right there. And everybody says to wipe it off, but if I take, and this is what I found works best for me, and that's, like I said, it's what works best for me, is take the brush and just brush it. And that tends to remove all the excess that I need. You know? And I'm not going to get the inside of the eyes. I'll leave them black the best I can. You can see I'm just kind of dabbing it in pretty good, and I just take my brush and go over it and just kind of, that wipes off all the excess, and I don't have to worry about taking a rag and wiping it off too much. And that's what's nice about the painter's tape, is you can kind of get a little bit messy, if you want to call it that. And this will be my last red here. And we'll let this dry, take the tape off, and re-tape it for the white. So, like I said, I'll take it one last time and just kind of smooth everything out over top of everything. And does it, for me, it does a great job smoothing it out. Just like that. So there's that part of it. We'll be right back, and I'll let this dry, and we'll make another one. Do the white. Well, welcome back. I forgot to hit record, so I'm just finishing up my last little bit of taping. I took the strips off for the red, and I coated the white for the white, and I forgot to hit the record button. So I was just waiting for it to dry and did that. So I apologize that you didn't see me take the tape off, but I promise that I'll take it, show you what I did there, which is nothing but removing the tape. So I got my white here. So now I'm just going to paint everything white like I did the red. So I just go through and dab it. Like I said, this is Minwax water-based stain. It's pretty, I like it actually. I've never used it before, but I like Minwax's products. So they're good company. Home Depot doesn't sell it, but Lowe's does. So if you're looking for it, that's the place to buy Minwax products. So, and just going to brush it on. One of the things I didn't tell you when I got done with the red, what I did was I put the, I just use these foam brushes here, and when I'm done with them, I put them in a plastic bag. I'll show you that in 1 second here. Put them in a plastic bag, and they keep for a long time. Kind of interesting that I can not have to wash out the brushes each time. Put them in a plastic bag, and I like the foam brushes for something like this. This is actually works out real well. I like the way the foam brushes work as far as putting this water-based stain on. And I can control it, and I don't have to wipe it, as some people say to do. I just use the brush. So, like I said, I'm painting the white on, and then I'll go through and I'll wipe it down with the brush. Instead of using a rag, I just use the brush. And burning it, when you do the white like this, the black comes through with the white and gives it kind of a grayish color, which is kind of interesting. I like it. I didn't think I would like it. I did a couple. If you look at my last video, the crosses that I did that. So I got it all done. So basically what I'm going to do is just wipe it down with the brush, getting any excess off. And then we'll let this dry, and I promise that I will hit the record button when I go to take the tape off. So I'm just wiping it down good, make sure that I got everything coated, and it looks good. So we'll do that and be right back. We'll take the tape off and we'll do our blue. That's our next step, is the blue. So I'll be right back after that dries. All right, so the white has dried, and now we can take the tape off. So I just take all the tape off of it, and I just start in one corner and just start peeling it. Take all our tape off because we gotta retape the white, or the blue, off the blue, and as you can see, it comes right off, and the red's underneath this, so that works out real well. And I don't know, there's people out there swear by the blues painter's tape and the stuff called Frog, I believe it is. Never used it, so I'm not sure if that's any better. If you got any comments on it, please share them with me. I'd be interested in seeing what your thoughts are if you've used the Frog tape versus the blue. Which one you like better. Interesting to hear different people's opinions on things. Like I said, my way is not the only way to do this. It's just the way I like to do it. You know? There. So, as you can see, I got my white, red, and everything, and I got a little bit of touch-up of white there I need to do, but we'll do that in a minute. So what I'm going to do is tape off my everything so I can paint my white. I just take my big tape, lay it down like that. Oops. So we'll just use that. And I'll go to the edge, like so. Piece of tape there to put over this edge, so I get my straight edge on this. Look at that. All right, so now we're ready to paint the white, or the blue, on that right there. So I just got my blue here. Shake it up good, and this is just, I believe this is navy blue, I believe. There's different ones have made these, and they've used royal blue, they've used denim blue. I just happen to like the navy blue, and it works out real well. So just paint, like I said, just paint that. Just give it a good coat. It's no big deal. paint the edge right there. Like I said, you can see I got them marks in there, so I just take the sponge and it just wipes them right off. Nice and smooth. Gives me clean lines. There she be. We'll let that dry, and when we'll be back, we'll take that off, and then we'll finish the Punisher off, and that will be the last of it. So I'm gonna put my, like I said, I use these little plastic sandwich bags. Put my brush in there, and it keeps it till the next time I need it. So hang tight. All right, so our blue is dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the tape off. That don't look too bad. Look at that. Looks pretty good, I would say. All right, so our next step is to lay our stencil out on here so that we can paint our stars on. And we'll take and lay this on here. Like so. All right, that takes care of that. And then basically what I want to do is I want to put a piece of tape on the back side so that I don't get any paint on that. So take this tape and I just lay it underneath there like so. A little bit more over here. And that takes care of that. Now, make sure that's laying flat. We're good. And then I just take a piece of newspaper. We're going to cover the rest of this here. So I'm just going to tape that on there like so. So I can cover the rest of our piece here. And when you put these stars on, you got to make sure you got the stars facing up. And I get my white spray paint. Shake it up, and we're just about done. So again, you know, if you like this video, please share it, subscribe, and share it with others. And then basically when you do this, you want to just kind of go far enough away. And you just want to mist it. Let it dry for a second. And basically we're going to come up with that. Let's see, I'm going to push down on it. There it be. I'll take our tape off, paper off. Take this off. One thing is for sure, you do use an awful lot of tape on this. But, all right. So my friends, there it is, finished product. Hope you like it. I'll spray a coat of lacquer on it, or polyurethane on it, finish it off that way. I think it turned out pretty darn good. So feel free to like, share, subscribe, and you know, comment. Let me know what you thought of this. Kind of an interesting project. It was fun to do. And we'll see you on the next round. Thanks, and have a good day.